Should I test the market when selling my home? Should I go on an exclusively private network first and test the market before I open it up and put it on the MLS to release it to the rest of the general public? This is the question I've been getting all the time lately. And before I just give you a straight answer, let's unpack this a little bit, right? So let's talk first, what is testing the market? Who tests the market and why do they do it, right? Typically, it's big corporations that test the market. And they do this for two reasons. One is they want to see what the demand is. And two is they want to test the actual product itself before releasing it to the market to make sure it works well, right? Let's give you, like, example would be like BMW, right? Well, BMW car manufacturer, they have an idea for a car, right? Maybe it's a mix between a pickup truck and a motorcycle, right? And before they're going to produce billions of dollars worth of this weird contraption, they might want to do a prototype, kind of see what's out there. Hey, if we do this motorcycle looking thing with a bed in the back, is anyone going to want it, right? They'll produce a prototype, maybe take it out to a car show, see what everyone thinks of it. If it's a big hit, maybe they spend the money and invest it and they do that, right? Another example would be like a Michelin chef, right? Some big star, TV star chef wants to open up a new restaurant here in San Diego. Well, before they just open up the door, like they, figure out what the menu is and all that, they get the space, they decorate it however they want to do it. Before they just let everyone walk in the door, they might do like a soft opening where they might let a small group of highly vetted people in first. And this gives everyone a chance to make sure that the kitchens work, that the chefs are all working in sync, that the service knows what to do, knows their menu, all that kind of stuff. And then they'll have a grand opening when they let the full public access to the restaurant. Which brings us to you and your home. Your home is unique. There is no other home like it. Even if you were in a subdivision where they only have 4 models to choose from and there's 13 other homes that are the same floor plan as you, your home could be different. It could be that the lot is situated differently, right? It might have a different exposure to the sun. Whether it was you or someone else, when they built the product, they may have chosen different fixtures. So it may be slightly different in that way. And it's also it's real estate. Every real estate property is different. The floor plan who's 5 houses down from you, they may have a next door neighbor who plays drums and has wild parties till 4 a.m. Maybe the typical person doesn't want to buy that, and they're never apples to apples. It's always apples to oranges. Every property is unique, and that is yours. Yours is unique. The other difference is that you only have one home to sell. You have one shot at this. And if you do this, if you go on a exclusively private network and test the market, there's only one of 2 outcomes that's going to happen. Number one, you'll sell. You'll sell the home, and that would be great, right? Or would it? Because you will never know if there had been a buyer out there willing to pay more outside of this small little network of people. This would be as silly as, imagine the statue of David, yes, the Michelangelo statue of David going to sell at auction, but only Dodgers fans are allowed to bid on it. Seriously, right? Only Dodger fans allowed to bid on the statue of David. Who knows if it's going to sell for the actual price it would have if it was open to everybody? This is why people who flip homes, that's why they go around knocking on doors, because they don't want it out in the market. They want to catch it before it's out on the market so they can get it at a lower price. Because the minute a seller says like, oh, you want to flip my property? Great, let's put it out on the market first. And if you're the highest bidder, great. The flipper is now like out of luck because he knows the minute it goes on the market, it's going to go for a much, much, much higher price because there's going to be a bigger audience, right? Going on an exclusively private network minimizes the possibility of a multiple offer situation and 100% guarantees a double-sided transaction. Think about that. Every transaction you do that's an exclusively private network is going to be a double-sided transaction, which means someone else in that same brokerage is going to be representing the other side of the transaction, which means it becomes hard for them to represent that brokerage to represent both sides when it's a double-sided transaction. In fact, they're going to make you sign a form that says that they're going to have some limited functions as your agent. Crazy, right? which is why this is all great for the realtor, for the brokerage, but it's not great for you, the seller. The other option, so if you don't sell it, and they'll tell you, oh yeah, if you don't sell it, don't worry, we can go out on the market and it'll be 0 days on the market, which by the way is 100% truth. And that used to mean something. However, if everyone knows that you've been trying to sell it to a small little group of people for the last month, yes, you'll be 0 days on the market, but on day 0, you will already be in the dented can section. On day 1, you're already gonna be on the open box shelf. And no one wants to pay full price for an item that is on the sale rack. And that is where your home is gonna be the minute it hits the market, because everyone's gonna know you have tried to sell it already for a while. The second outcome is that you won't sell the property and then you'll go out onto the open market into the MLS. And it is true what they say, you will have 0 days on the market. However, 0 days on the market used to mean something when that was understood, that was the first chance everyone got at offering a bid on this property. Your home is gonna start off with 0 days on the market, but it won't matter. It's like you're gonna be at a grand opening and you will start day 1 on the sale rack from day 1. You're gonna be on the open box shelf, the dented can section right on day 1. And no one wants to pay full price for an item that's on the sale rack. So the bottom line, I know you want to test the market because it feels safe. You want to validate and know exactly how much your home is worth before you put it on the market. The question then becomes, how much of your home's equity do you want to give away to feel safe? Because if you hire a true professional, they will know how to evaluate your home. And then you're gonna create a marketing plan and you're gonna try to announce it to everyone at the same exact time and try to get everyone to compete with each other. Like an auction style, think about that, right? You want everyone seeing the home at the same time and throwing in offers at the same time and looking around going like, oh my God, I hope ours is the highest. Maybe we should bid a few $1,000s more, another $250,000 or whatever will get the deal done, right? And that there is how you increase the odds of getting a multiple offer situation, of getting people to bid emotionally so that they bid higher and higher and higher till the absolute limit. Let me go back to this. If you were selling the statue of David tomorrow, I mean the actual statue of David, if somehow you became in possession of the statue of David and you wanted to sell it, you wouldn't let your relatives bid on it all drunk at your Christmas party. You would put it up at auction. You'd hire some big auction house and you would do a ton of promoting on it and you would invite everybody on the planet, especially everyone who has money to spend, to have a shot at bidding on that statue of David.